Just finish. Just go live, bro.
Oh,
She could go say she could finish her
oh, true.
on the
That's
live. We
Talking
hold on, hold
alive.
on,
gave those
hold on, hold on,
nuggets. You guys are
hold on,
giving
hold
them
on,
away for free.
hold on, hold on.
It's already
Give me
live, Craze.
45. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
The
We good.
hookah's not ready.
It's not ready, but you know, we could,
It's
I'm a
live
preface.
already, Craze.
It's already live, Craze.
We good, we good, we good. Just keep going.
You're gonna do this episode hookah-less?
Hell no. You know I'm a
You can't be hookah-less,
He's
Craze.
canceling the hookah.
yo. The hookah's about to be canceling me. I've been feeling like,
Yo, wait. No,
but
that would never happen.
we'll get into that.
So, welcome to episode number 84.
Oh, Jesus,
Where's my
84.
camera?
Mary and
84.
Joseph. You did
Episode
84.
84. That's a lot of episodes, yeah.
Yo,
We dropped the 80th with you guys. We had a special Winner Circle episode. I did one with Reynolds, one with Marie Leguizamo, and I just dropped one before we went live. That's called How Jonah Saved Christmas. It's already up on YouTube. It's already up on Buzzsprout.
I like that.
So the reason why I called my
Jaylah
troops together.
Jaylah got her Costa Rica
She's in
glow.
her Costa Rica vibes.
You know,
Even though I haven't got, it's cold out here. It's not even like
is
hot.
it?
So there's been no beach
What is it
vibes.
up there
It's all
like?
chill.
It's cold out here, but it's 82 degrees.
No, it's like it's in the 60s. Like I mean, for we're talking about a tropical country. It's not supposed to be in the 60s.
That's cold down there.
Damn. So you can't enjoy the beach.
I mean, nah.
Not in the
Not right
bathing
now.
suit. You can go out there in your hoodie though.
So
Yeah, no, I'm cool. My hoodie and my tank top, like chilling.
I want to welcome Craze Boogie back to the podcast. It's the first time you guys see him in a month, I guess. I want to welcome back Jaylah.
Hello, guys. Missed y'all.
Yo, give me 30 seconds.
As always, the show is produced and directed by Justin Treese.
Treese Productions.
With the what is that?
Yo, what's up? We're in Malaysia right now.
Those are the
deer hunter gaming glasses on.
Now those are like the deer hunter glasses.
Deer hunter glasses on.
These are for eye restraint. These are eye restraint glasses. Looking at screens all day.
So
I thought that shit was for hunting buck.
Justin, Craze, and myself received a cease and desist letter from Facebook and Instagram.
Well, we did.
If you did not know, Facebook and Instagram is the same company. Unbeknownst to Justin and Craze, I also received a letter from YouTube and Google. Cease and desist. So
what are we ceasing and desisting?
Oh, well, it says we got to cease and desist by today at 12 a.m.
I've been telling Rick to cease and desist when we started this shit, but you know, he just keeps fucking going. I don't know. He just keeps going, guys.
Craze and I have worked in the legal field for a long time. Craze, can you explain real quick what's a cease and desist letter?
Well, cease and desist letter basically means that you are doing something that that company or that organization, that entity believes it infringes on their, intellectual property, is some sort of hate speech or something, some sort of defamation of character. We won't go into the details of our cease and desist, but essentially it's a letter to stop you from doing what they believe is hurting them. And taking you to court for it, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the next step. And Rick is ready to go to war with Google, I think. I heard. You can't say it on Zoom because then they'll cut it.
Oh, Rick.
Hell yeah.
Rick is ready for all them fighting words.
I gotta have my
Hell yeah. First of all, Craze got a chopped cheese. You know he's from New York. He got a chopped cheese. And a scallion. You gotta eat a chopped cheese with a scallion.
Man.
Always eat it.
I miss having chopped cheese.
I can't see it, but I got my Timbs on too.
Craze got his Bronx outfit on today.
Your whole basic thought from the Bronx, bro.
This is the real chopped cheese, you know?
You put ketchup in that. There's ketchup in that?
You got that from that place we went to?
Nah, this is from the hood. one right here.
That's what Justin means. We went
Yeah,
to the
that
sandwich
place,
spot,
yeah.
remember?
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, from there.
I thought Justin was talking about some gentrified chopped cheese.
Nah.
No.
Damn.
Where you at?
Damn, is it because he's white? Is that why you said that?
I
That's
was
messed
gonna
up.
say that.
No, it's because he lives in fucking Bushwick. That's the only
Yeah,
reason.
no, I've tried it around here. It's not good.
They got the gentrified chopped cheese over there.
Oh, but you tried a chopped cheese, so we can't do a Trees tries it with a chopped cheese.
Well, I tried it over here. It's not the same.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't think
the same
I
over
don't
here.
think
Like the
I don't
answer.
think chopped cheese would taste good in Brooklyn, period.
You gotta go to the 137th and Broadway.
Bro, you gotta
Yeah.
go to Red Hook to
Chopped
get a
cheese
good
is
chopped
like
cheese.
like chopped cheese is a whole like, you know,
Yeah, Ak don't
city,
make it.
Bronx, uptown thing. Like
Well, honestly, Harlem is the one that got the best one. 137th and Broadway. Ask about it.
All right.
one
So the first time I had a
137th.
chopped cheese was when I was going to St. John's. Shout out to St. John's.
Oh.
I was living in the dorm room on Hillside, and Hillside is, I guess that's Jamaica. That's Jamaica already, right, baby? Hillside Avenue, Jamaica. Yeah, so that's in Jamaica. My classmates, it was actually Kenny put me on. He took me to the deli. And when I got there was 9 people waiting for chopped cheese. And
damn.
this was like at 3 a.m.
That's an endorsement right there.
So when I saw that, I was like, damn, this sandwich gotta be good.
So chopped cheeses
First of all, I was
are not
hammered.
canceled.
No way. I was hammered, and I still saw the people, and I ate the sandwich, and I remember exactly what it tastes like. I went back during the day. There was more people waiting for chopped cheese. So they're known for their chopped cheese. So Queens might have it crazy. I don't know. Hillside, Jamaica, Queens.
I haven't tried a chopped cheese in Queens. I'm gonna have to do that my next trip.
That's true. Hollis Deli too. Hollis Deli in Queens, very good.
There's a lot of great food in Queens. So we have been canceled.
I mean,
All jokes aside,
we've been canceled, but we definitely got some heat on us about it. What is it? What do you consider cancel culture though? Let's start with that first.
so all right, this is my thing. I'm gonna give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
The Goya CEO or Goya president or whatever the hell he was, he came out, he made a statement in support of Donald Trump. All of a sudden, the internet went crazy.
You
They
canceled
have
him.
videos of
Cancel Goya.
Spanish people throwing away the sazon, the adobo, canceling Goya. No more Goya crackers, no more Goya beans. They were throwing videos, and I mean countless videos. Fast forward to Thanksgiving, and I'm looking, the same Spanish people are buying Goya
Y'all,
products to make their Thanksgiving
I'm sorry,
dinner.
y'all, for the noise in the
Oh.
background. My bad.
Nah, it's good.
It's all right.
Yo, listen, my take on that is, first of all, I didn't fuck with what the CEO of Goya said. Let me start by saying that. And I personally, for that time, stopped buying Goya products for my own shit, because it's like, I can choose who I could give my money to, right? And if you're saying certain things, I'm gonna be like, do I think that we all need to stop? First of all, I didn't throw away none of my Goya shit that I already had, because the way I see it, I already gave them that money, and that shit's already in my house, so I'm gonna use that shit. You know, I already paid for that. First and foremost, right?
So sort of cancel for the moment.
No, I was saying that I was not gonna support that moving forward, right? Am I gonna be mad at people that use Goya still? I feel like I can't be. I feel like Goya, that one is a tricky one for me that you just brought up, only because I feel like with food, some people, the reason they fuck with Goya is because that's what, you know, that's how they know how to make their food, and like it's sustenance. I don't think you could really judge people for that.
So I think we need a clear. My thing is this.
But hold the thing is, because the thing is, I believe that
hypersensitive people who cancel stuff just for the sake of it, right? So Harvey Weinstein, okay, that's a super, you could stamp that like, yo, we're not messing with you no more, right?
Okay.
We're not messing with you, Harvey Weinstein, you're done, right?
But those two things are very far apart that you just brought up, those two examples.
They
right?
are. That's why I'm drawing the
Harvey
clear
Weinstein raped and sexually assaulted women. That's like a universal.
multiple.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Predatory behavior, right? I just think that the social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, it got everybody all messed up, and they're super hypersensitive to cancel things right away. So that's one thing.
I think a lot of it too has to be very bandwagon. I think people right now, we're in a culture where everybody wants to be like on the right side or on the popular side or on the hype side of things. So like they're quick to be like, yeah, let's cancel Goya because they support Trump. Like, okay, so it's like, like I agree 100% with the Harvey Weinstein thing. I mean, that is hurt physical. It's like killing. It's like raping. It hurt anything with children, raping, molestation, any of that. It's completely different than saying, oh, because I like the color purple and the president likes the color purple, now, everybody who likes the color purple is bad. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, it just, his personal opinions about who he endorses has nothing to do with the facilities and what the products are bringing to people.
That would make it mad awkward if we canceled the color purple because that's my shit. That's my color.
I love that color. Color royalty.
Oprah Winfrey, the color purple. There's a lot.
The most expensive color to make back in the time of kings and queens. That's why they wore
the color purple. The color of royalness, darling.
So here's my thing, right? I'm a big Wendy's person. Yeah. Wendy's endorsed Trump. So for the time being, I stopped eating Wendy's. Right. Now that the election's over, I might go back. So
you're gonna go back to Wendy's?
Time, you know what I'm saying? That's another time. That's how I feel.
That's exactly right. So the only one time we canceled somebody on the podcast was the same behavior raised on this podcast. I've never canceled anybody on this podcast, except for one person. It was because the same thing Crazy just said: predatory behavior, sexual assault.
What's crazy because that situation, we're not gonna hash out what that is again.
I'm not hashing it out again, but that's the one time. So I'm just saying I've never been a fan of canceling people. So recently, this Netflix just came out with a show called Selena the Series, and immediately people started bombarding the show about she don't look like J-Lo, she don't look like Selena. I don't know why they doing this.
She look like J-Lo. That's not J-Lo.
Hold on. You gotta read some of these comments. Then there's the meme of J-Lo 1997. Then it says Selena 2020.
No, it's Selena. It's Selena 95, J-Lo 97, and then the 2020. Christian Serrano 2020.
2020. I feel super bad for the actress in the show. This is probably one of the biggest opportunities for her.
She could use $100 bills, right?
But a lot of the people that are hating on her are Latino. And I'm looking at some of these posts that people are putting on Instagram, and it's like awful, mean ass, and they cancel that. Cancel.
All right, so first of all,
I'm gonna bring up Netflix one more time. Hold on, I'm gonna bring up Netflix one more time, and then you both could weigh in on it.
I'm gonna let you continue.
Dave Chappelle has the Chappelle Show. It went up on Netflix and it went up on HBO Max. Now Dave Chappelle did a special, and he explicitly said why he would tell his fans not to watch the show.
Okay.
And it's because he's being robbed of his what's the word they use on contracts? He's not getting money for it.
I mean, he's not getting robbed. He's not getting robbed.
He's not getting robbed, but he signed
a bad deal. He signed a bad deal, bro. That's what it is.
Awful deal. He signed a Diddy deal. So,
and what I'm saying is, like, in that sense right there, right? I feel like that's not really, nobody's really a victim here. Like, Dave Chappelle's a fucking millionaire. And he, like, I think that the Chappelle Show is great. I would hope that he would get paid for it. But I also feel like, I watched it.
It went back. Since it went back.
I put Elias onto it on HBO Max. I've been watching it. Man.
I feel like,
and I feel like that's a different story. And that's what I'm saying. The thing you're saying cancel, right? In the cancel Selena one, I think they actually mean cancel the fucking show. Not like cancel, not like
no, they're like really like cancel, like No, we are not. Like, do not do another episode of this ever again.
Cancel it.
Why though? Why? My thing is why though? I'm just
you know what?
say
I think people had way too many high expectations for this instead of taking it for what it is. And people don't have to realize that this is like, it's like a big puzzle. Selena the movie could only do so much. And now the series is bringing other things to light that we didn't know, including her hairstyles. Also, there are factual pictures of her hair being curly, being red, being yellow, being short, being long.
Also, so this is hypocritical of us Latinos, right?
Also,
yes.
I like my rolos, I like mis rizos and all that stuff, Miss Rizo, whatever. But then they're saying,
but where's her straight hair?
Where's her straight hair on the show? I didn't know. No. I don't know. I only seen Selena the movie, and I saw.
Also, I feel like this is not. I also feel like this is not for necessarily us, right? Like I feel that this show
younger gen,
aimed at little kids who have no fucking clue who Selena was. This is gonna be their introduction to. They may have heard the name, heard the music once in a while, but they may not have a deep understanding of what Selena meant and what it was. I think this is a way to bridge that. Then they can watch the Selena movie and then be like, oh shit, you know what? The movie was way better than the show.
Watch the movie though. J-Lo, I think did a
You know what? I haven't fully haven't fully watched the whole series. I watched up to episode 4. I'm obsessed with the movie. I have it. I own it. I love J-Lo just as much as I love Selena. I'm a huge fan. I was actually a part of the Netflix. They did a fan before the show came out. They did a big fan thing for YouTube. I'm on it, and in a Selena section, I did a fashion segment with what one of my favorite Selena fashion outfits was, and I did a very white top mom jeans, like when she went to go eat pizza with Chris Perez. It's one of my favorite pictures. It's one of my favorite movie scenes, of pictures of her and Chris, that the candid picture they have of her. And I was part of that. I will say that it might have not been aesthetically exactly what everybody wanted. I think that there are a lot of details that come to light, or a lot of things that I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I didn't know that, coming from the hairstyles or what she went through, even in school, or having to deal with certain situations. And I like that. I think it went a little bit more in depth. Like I said before, people didn't take it for what it was. I think they wanted it to be like a weird replica of the movie, which could never happen.
So I have seen the entire thing, because I didn't want to give my opinion on it unless I saw the whole thing. One of the things I did notice is that there is more detail to the story. You learn a little bit more about the relationship between Chris and Selena. That's one. And I thought it was entertaining. At the end of the day, I mean, people say I'm easily impressed by a lot of things. Not to say that I'm impressed by the show. I just feel like if somebody would to ask me, "Oh, I saw this. Did you see the Selena thing? What do you think? Would you watch it?" And I would say, "Yeah, I watched it," because you get to know things about her that you might not know previously or that weren't on the movie. So it wasn't that bad. Now, another aspect of cancel culture, right, is a political thing sometimes.
Tell me.
So when Kobe Bryant died, I forgot the damn comedian's name. He is one of Joe Rogan's friends. It's not Aziz. So when Kobe died, one of Joe Rogan's friends, what's his name? Justin?
Bo Jackson?
No, it was another one. I'm trying to Ari Shafir. So when Kobe died, and I'm talking about like 2 hours after the announcement was made on CNN and all that.
Oh yeah, he tweeted something. Right?
He was outside the Charlotte Center, which is where Kobe was drafted by the Charlotte Hornets. And he said, "Today's a good day because a rapist died." Right? Yeah. Now, immediately, he got canceled by everybody. Everybody went on him, cancel Ari Shafir, blah, 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 this and this and this and that. Now, Ari Shaffir at the time did not know, because it wasn't reported yet, that Kobe's daughter was in the helicopter, which made matters worse. And he's also, if you don't know who he is, he also does that all the time. When a celebrity dies, he makes a joke about them. We covered this with Ari Spears. Ari Spears was like, you can do jokes like that if you're that funny. At that point, he's not that funny to make a joke like that. It won't pass. It's all about timing. Because there was another Kobe joke that was made, and Aries thought it was really funny. And it was because the night before, LeBron had passed him on the scoring list for the NBA all-time scoring list. And the comedian was on stage. He said, damn, I didn't think Kobe was going to take it that hard that LeBron had just passed him on the scoring list. You see as Jaylah laughed, a joke like that is different than...
I couldn't help it, yeah.
A joke like that is different than the one, because he already called him a rapist straight out. He was like, a rapist got what he deserved. He died.
Well, first of all, bro, I'll say that there's a few things in that story, in those stories that you told, right? Yeah. Which is for me, right? And like, I kind of am on the fence, cancel culture thing. I recognize that there are certain things that need to be like, some people need to be checked, right?
But to me, cancel culture is, to me, it's clear as day.
But this situation, so like the dude Ari that you're talking about, right? There's a few things in there. First of all, I don't really got any sympathy for somebody who, as part of their career, they make jokes when other people die. That in itself is kind of like a whack shit. So it's hard for me to be like, he has a comic, I feel like that shit's whack. Secondly,
but he's the comic.
My understanding of
that space.
My understanding of that situation though was that the reason people went so hard on him is because he said that shit, and a lot of people, like, I think Kobe's family didn't even know about it.
Vanessa didn't know at the time. No, that's right.
And so that was more like, you gotta understand, like, the joke itself I think was kind of whack, but I feel like also the timing and what he put in it. I think that makes for a situation where you're gonna, what people are doing is prejudging people, right? Because Ari may have done that shit and done based on some of the shit that he's done before. Everybody thinks this shit is funny. I'm gonna do it again. People are gonna think it's funny, right? And like, he missed the cue that in this situation, that shit might be.
That shit not funny. Yeah.
So I think there's nuances to things, and I agree with you that sometimes people take one thing and run with it. But I feel like what he did was kind of whack. So I feel like people putting him on a little timeout, I don't think was necessarily bad. I don't really think he got canceled. I don't think you could really cancel certain people.
He did get canceled.
I don't think so. He's not working nowhere?
I mean, he works because he works because Joe Rogan is his boy. As far as like being on Joe Rogan's,
that's why he worked before.
No, before as a comic, he would get like spots in different states, and he can't really do that right now. So
I guarantee you, he does a show in Texas, they'll let him do it.
Since we're in the subject of comics, right? A comic that I liked, Craze loved. I love too. I'm gonna say love too. Louis C.K. got canceled.
That's a tough one too. What's your perspective on that? Tell me what you think.
First, the backstory is, I don't know where Louis C.K. met the two women, but they went back to his apartment with him. Willingly went back to his apartment with him. They were hanging out. I don't know if they were drinking or whatever the situation was, but Louis C.K. said, "I'm going to whip out my penis." Crazy, correct me if I'm wrong in this situation, and I'm going to masturbate. So he told the two women what was going to happen. He whipped out his penis, started masturbating, and then they got disgusted. And they left. He didn't hold them there. It wasn't like he was jerking off in their face or like.
Hold on a second.
And
tell me.
Yep, I think he wrote a letter to them both afterwards, or apologized to them both afterwards.
Okay.
I don't know that's the gist of the story.
Okay.
If
What's your take on that?
I mean, I don't know much about that
As a
situation,
woman, just think
but
about the
as a woman,
first of all,
just think
straight
about
up.
what Rick just said. Don't forget about
just the story that I told you in
the
timeline.
story.
Right. First of all, even growing up as a girl growing up, you are told don't give a bad wind, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna go home with a dude, you got to know that in his head something's going down, whether you think it's going down or not. In the dude's head, it's kind of like an unsaid, unspoken thing. So first of all, that's where their first mistake was. Second mistake was, if he willingly told you what was going to go down and they stayed to see if they were going to like it, and they stayed whether they were going to like it or not, they were already in the wrong. He didn't do anything wrong. He did exactly what he's a perv. A perv is a perv, a creeper's a creeper. If you decide to be around those people, that's on you.
Before you continue, in defense of those two women, I think they think Louis C.K., he's a comic. Maybe he was just like fucking around.
First.
That could be.
Let's talk about these were two women who were aspiring comics, right? Louis, they went to see him perform, right? They go to see Louis perform. They're like, yo, we look up to you so much. We want to be like you. We want to be a comedian. We want to be comedians too. He's like, bro, come back to my thing. We'll talk about this stuff, and like, we'll see what's up. Because he had the TV show Louis at the time. Right?
Louis had 5 programs on television.
Yeah, but he had like his shit at the time was like the Louis shit on HBO that was really popular. But overall, he had access to Matt. He's producing shows. He's written shows. Bro, Louis C.K. he wrote Pootie Tang.
So what are they? So they basically went over there for an opportunity. They were trying to figure out how to get their way in.
Agreed. And what I'm saying, Jaylah, is if you go and meet a producer, right? And you're like, yo, this might be an opportunity to network with this dude. He seems a little weird, but I'm gonna see what's up. And he whips his dick out and starts jerking off. You may initially be in shock and be like, you know what? I don't know what the fuck to do here. And then
but that's not what happened. If he told them, they had the chance to get the fuck out.
Pre-Me Too movement, Louis verbalized what he was gonna do.
I understand what you're saying, and I'm saying this is another thing where like this is something that for Louis C.K. maybe had worked in the past, right? But in this moment, he lacked an awareness of what the fuck was going on in that moment and what era he was living in. And he miscalculated that. You understand what I'm trying to say? I feel that.
Again, if you are told, if somebody says, hey, Jaylah, I'm going to come punch you in your face, and I think it's a joke, haha, and they punch me in my face, whose fault is it?
I don't know. I think the person who punched you in your face, because you're not supposed to punch people in their face. I don't
But they told me. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, but if I tell you I'm going to shoot you and I shoot you, I'm going to get arrested for premeditated murder because I chose to shoot you. So my shit is like Louis C.K. did do something. He whipped his dick out. He said he was gonna do it, and he did it. And that is what the reason that he got canceled. I don't think that there was nothing wrong with people telling Louis C.K., you know what, bro? You cannot do this.
I'm not saying what he did was right. I'm not justifying that. I'm not justifying anybody, but I also don't think that it could count as a Me Too when it's like it's consent. They basically sat there. If you don't get up and leave or say no, you are giving like it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
No, look, I want to just be clear about consent, bro. Consent means yes. Someone says, I'm going to do this thing, and you say, yes, I would love for you to do that. That is consent. Being quiet is not consent, because sometimes if somebody's assaulting you and you're getting raped, and you freeze up and don't say anything, that doesn't mean that it wasn't necessarily. You guys get what I'm saying? I feel like.
I understand that. I totally understand that. We're crazy. Yeah, I can agree with that.
But this is let me put it in context.
I love Louis C.K. as a comic, and I'll say that I still think the shit that he has said is very funny. It's just that now, given the context that I know that he's a fucking perverted creep, it makes it hard to watch it and not feel kind of like, damn. Do I think he should be canceled 100% and never work again? No, I don't believe in that.
But he is. Louis tried making a comeback. He tried doing stand-up, and they wouldn't let him.
But if he's gonna be doing wild shit like that, maybe he needs to chill for a little while.
Crazy. Do you think what he did cost?
You know where I think is more nuanced? I think it's more nuanced with Aziz Ansari.
$35 million. Do you think it cost $35 million what he did? Louis C.K. lost 5 shows and $35 million.
Oh, I think it don't matter what the fuck I think. I think we saw that cost that amount of money. You understand?
$35 million.
And I think $35 million is a lot.
And I think that, bro, what we gotta look at
and his career.
I promise you that is Louis' biggest life lesson, the most expensive one he's ever learned.
And again, I think Louis C.K. will be all right. He got a lot of royalties coming in, bro. He's produced a lot. He's written movies. He's done some shit.
He'll be all right, but his career is basically over, and he's not able to dictate that. That's my issue. So Chris Brown beats up Rihanna, right? And we see the photo. Everybody knows what happened on the car. He gets canceled for 2 minutes. And then
he was temporarily canceled.
So,
bro, but that's on Louis C.K.'s fans. You get what I'm saying? Like, Chris Brown's fans was like, you know what? He fucked Rihanna up, but he definitely more catchy than anybody else. So I'm still rocking with him. You understand? Like, I feel like that's what I was getting to before, which is that there are certain people that unless they do something very egregious, like the most thing that you could think, I think it's hard to like say they're canceled.
Jeffrey Epstein.
You know, he's dead though. What the fuck you mean? He can't cancel a dead person.
We're gonna go right now. I'm gonna say a name. You guys say yes or no.
Canceled or not canceled, right?
Canceled or not canceled?
Okay.
Canceled or not canceled?
For what? You gotta give me like a context.
I feel like this is gonna be a setup for us, Craig.
You know, I think it is too, but what I want to know is, Rick, who you fucking that's what I want to know.
All right, Michael Jackson.
That's a name.
That's a king of pop. I don't know. Look.
For me, not canceled.
I don't think so. I would say no, and I really think that Michael Jackson had like
I would say no.
Has some other shit going on. But anyway, I personally
not canceled.
R. Kelly.
100%. 100%. 150%.
Jaylah,
you have some hits.
You're a Kelly fan. That's what it is.
He has some hits. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what my problem with a lot of this is that people are confusing skill and talent and things with personal issues and problems. And that's really, really hard. Because I'd be a hypocrite. I'd be a hypocrite if I said that I didn't like R. Kelly's music. Does some of it make me cringe now? Yeah, absolutely. Is he as a person canceled? Yes. But like, it's like Michael Jackson. Like, how many horrid things did people not say about him? And people adore him. They love him.
It's still Michael and Kelly is too different.
Why? Okay, why? Because wait. I want to know. Wait. I want to understand why though. Why is R. Kelly canceled and not Michael Jackson?
Easy.
They both involved minors. They both involved kids. So please explain to me what the difference is.
First of all,
because one is visibly mentally ill than the other, that doesn't mean that they're not both mentally ill.
Rick, I want to hear what you say.
First of all, in Michael's cases, the kids lied. That's one. And one of them, they're forced. That's another. And Michael did have issues. Yes, he had to be in the spotlight from a really young age. Yes, R. Kelly says he was molested or raped or whatever it was that he was when he was younger. But at the time, it became predatory behavior for R. Kelly. You know, it became like Harvey Weinstein level type of shit. When you got a studio with 25 different rooms and you got a young girl in each room.
R. Kelly has sex slaves, bro.
Yeah,
he had women that they couldn't leave the house.
Yeah.
And he could. Michael Jackson, listen.
It was 2 cases.
I still don't know. Macaulay Culkin, listen. Dave Chappelle, one of my favorite comedians, made a whole thing about this.
I mean, he's right though.
Macaulay Culkin said Michael Jackson never ever touched him. And Macaulay Culkin
and that was his man's.
He would hang out with Michael Jackson, sleep over his house, hang out with him. He said, that he's like, I don't know about all the other people. He never did anything like that with me. We were very good friends. We had sleepovers, all this stuff. But he was like, he said Michael Jackson was like a kid in an adult's body.
Yes. And
R. Kelly was a predator, bro.
HBO did a documentary with 2 of the alleged victims, and it was proven. One of them says Michael touched me in this part of the house in this year and in this time and this and this and that. And guess what? That part of the ranch wasn't even built yet when he said that. So they got caught in lies and inconsistencies. So that's why there's a difference between Michael. I mean, although there's smoke there, and sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire, we will never know.
I don't know.
R. Kelly, you know that. You knew before the sex tape came out with the 14-year-old that R. Kelly was into young women. Now,
yeah, I mean, we all knew that since Aaliyah.
Exactly. Do you listen to R. Kelly music now and understand that he's talking to young little girls in those songs? And that's why I can't hear his music now. It really feels certain way. I'm like, you cancel, bro. I can't do this.
I mean, I know for a fact, like, I tried to watch the whole R. Kelly documentary, and I couldn't even do half an episode. I had to that was done for me.
So Kelly's canceled for you, Jaylah?
Yeah, he's canceled.
Okay. See that
He's canceled.
We said Louis C.K. For me, Louis C.K. shouldn't have been canceled. I mean, he should have had
He got a little timeout. If he comes out with a special,
a timeout, okay. Aziz Ansari, I think Aziz Ansari wasn't canceled, so we're not gonna get into that one.
He's laying low.
Yeah, I don't think he's definitely not canceled. He definitely hasn't been canceled at least.
He got a little pop out, but he's back.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like I don't see anything wrong with people, because the whole thing about it is I feel like we have to remember why people are canceling people. Yes, there's some people that want to cancel. Yes, there's people that want to cancel everybody for everything. I'm trying to make a point here. There's people that want to cancel everything. But I think that the idea behind cancel culture is like, this person is someone who we admire, give money to, and like allow to operate and prey on other people and do this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's not a bad thing to cancel.
I think it's terrible.
I think we wild out with it. I think we gotten a little.
All right, Roseanne Barr.
I mean,
canceled.
Fuck Roseanne. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you even saying to me, guys?
I've never liked her from day one.
Okay, but I know Roseanne Barr.
Canceled. Bye. Next.
I don't even need to know anything about Jess.
Chris Brown.
Yes, I don't know. I don't care. Listen, yes, let's cancel him. You know what I'm saying?
Is it a race thing though? Sometimes, does it become a race thing?
How so? Explain. Tell me.
Like when white people get canceled, for example, Kramer from Seinfeld, they get canceled for real. Like
I was saying.
Wait. So Kramer says the N-word in a special or whatever it was a bunch of times because he was being heckled. Roseanne Barr got kicked off her own show. They renamed the show, canceled the show, brought the show back on TV, and they're not coming back. Chris Brown beat Rihanna so bad, but yet Chris is still out there making records.
So I have a question. I know you brought up the race thing, but do you think that also
does that play like? And is it because? Go ahead.
I don't know. You bring up the race thing, but I also think that the race thing kind of ties into how the following steps are taken. At the end of the day, we're all humans. We all make mistakes. I'm not saying that all mistakes are forgivable or they're okay, but realistically, people go through shit. People make mistakes. People grow. People heal. I've seen people who have
That's my
unfortunately
point,
made
though.
horrible. Like I think that it's different. I think unfortunately, the white people have sometimes, like Roseanne, have only made it worse rather than help themselves out. And then, you know, like Chris Brown kind of like shut down, did the whole thing, did the whole
He did
rehab, blah blah
nothing.
blah.
He did his
I
community
mean,
service.
the
He
show, but the
didn't
show
do
of it.
I think
anything.
that's important though, H. I would think
But
that's important.
listen, putting in some
He
type of
didn't do
effort.
any. I don't think he's sympathetic about. I honestly don't feel. First of all, he probably beat somebody else afterwards.
Maybe.
I don't think.
But you don't think that in a world of Me Too, in a world of all of this, that people couldn't have came out already against him and completely just canceled the rest of that? Because there are people who still would love to cancel Chris Brown, and if anything, he's come back up.
Too much money for that.
I will say that Chris Brown still has a lot.
You don't think Louis C.K. has more money than Chris Brown?
I don't know.
Listen, I believe Louis C.K.
Louis C.K. will never come back though.
Does not have the fans that are willing to stick with him. I feel Chris Brown. Are you saying whether it's race or not? I think that it isn't, because there's people that have been coming out in support of Trump, or that they're not getting massive fan bases because you know what I'm saying? Like if you have the fans, people can't cancel you. Like Chris Brown hasn't been really canceled because while some people, Jaylah is right, some people really want to cancel him and they're like, yo, this shit is crazy. How can y'all allow him to still continue? The majority of people that were his fans before were like, yeah, that shit was kind of whack, Chris, but as long as you say you're sorry and you do some community service, we ride with you. And I feel like if UTK had those kind of fans, then.
So I'm going to mention a name right now.
Yeah.
And it was this year. He got a lot of backlash. Almost got canceled. But his name is too big to get canceled.
Who?
Jay-Z. So Jay-Z.
I'll keep my comments to myself about Jay-Z because I feel like New York will cancel me.
Jay-Z supported Colin Kaepernick for a long time. And then he made a deal with the NFL. And during the press conference, he was asked about Colin Kaepernick still being unemployed. And he said, I think, quote,
Your mask.
I think we are past kneeling. I think it's now time for action, end quote. That was his direct quote.
Yeah.
He didn't get canceled. Mind you, hold on one more second. Jay-Z does direct business dealings with Robert Kraft, who is the owner of the New England Patriots and is a huge Trump supporter.
And what I'm saying is, the people that support Jay-Z will look beyond the things that you're talking about and continue to support him. You understand?
Yeah. Now, I ask you, Craze, with those two bits of information I just gave you. Now, also, let me give you a little bit more context on Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft and Jay-Z and Meek Mills started the criminal justice reform together. So they have a program called Criminal Justice Reform. Jay-Z has bailed out a ton of Black Lives Matter protests and George Floyd protesters. Jay-Z has produced a documentary on the life of Trayvon Martin. He's produced another documentary, I'm forgetting the name of.
Blake Browder.
Yeah, Browder, that's who it was. He has also paid the legal fees for a ton of people. And Lil Wayne, when nobody wanted to give Lil Wayne money, Jay-Z signed a check and gave it to him. So no one has done more for the culture, but also at the same time been a capitalist than Jay-Z. Now, the rumor is that the NFL is going to give Jay-Z ownership stake in a team. So now that you have that tidbit of information, how do you feel?
The same. I feel like Jay-Z's doing what he's always done. He's doing the same thing he's always done. He does a lot of good things for the culture, and he also does a lot of good things for himself. And that's, that's been the nature of that. I feel like I don't think they're going to cancel Jay-Z because I think he knows how to play both sides of the coin. That's how I feel about it. I feel like there's not really, unless Jay-Z comes out and gets caught up with some shit like what we've been discussing.
Yeah.
I think it would be very difficult. I feel like over the Black Lives Matter thing, I don't think
so. Julissa, we are not canceled. The episode is on cancel culture. Happy birthday to you, by the way. Because she's writing in the comments. Happy birthday to all my SAGs. It's Sagittarius season.
Is this SAGs or SAGs?
Sages. Duceline, happy birthday to you. It just passed. My wife's birthday is coming up. Desiree's birthday just passed. Okay. Happy birthday to all the Sagittariuses out there.
I think Elia's mom, Maria. She's
Maria, Fausto. So now that I got that, happy birthday, Julie. So I got that out the way. Because she was like, if you guys get canceled, it's going to lead someone to be so deeply depressed and in mental health, they might commit suicide.
Damn. Damn, we saving lives out here.
We're not canceled.
Jaylah's back on.
I'm glad Jaylah's back.
That's a stylish ass mask, Jaylah.
Huh?
That's a stylish ass mask, yo. Shit is fly.
Thanks.
Who designed your mask?
Shout out to
a Craze Boogie mask.
Yeah, hell yeah. Shout out to my girl Rox, Miss Rox. She's from Vintage Baddies she's actually from Uptown. So she got little masks, So I'll send her over to y'all. Got you.
Tell her she needs to send Craze a mask. That it says BX on one side.
And Craze I'll let her know. Yeah. All right, I got you. All over the whole thing.
Yo, so who else you trying to cancel?
So Julie says Francesca, December 19th. Happy birthday before it comes up. Who would I cancel?
Who are you trying to cancel?
I mean, I said it. I said Harvey Weinstein I will cancel.
Wait, you brought up somebody in the Jay-Z conversation. Thank God.
What would you say? What?
Robert Kraft?
No, that I said you guys brought up the whole Jay-Z thing, and apparently Zoom in the universe didn't want me to respond to that one, but you did mention somebody who they were trying to cancel too. Who were trying to cancel somebody that I don't know if he's canceled or not at this point.
I didn't know we had Joe Biden on the show.
Lil Wayne.
Wayne's not canceled though.
No, I'm talking about Lil Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne is not canceled. People know.
Yeah, but they tried to cancel him the minute he showed support.
My bad, I'm getting distracted by.
Yeah, but people tried to cancel him the minute he started taking them pictures with Trump. I can't stand y'all right now.
You need a
hello.
A wig, man. Oh, woo! So my uncle just joined us. My great.
That's
uncle.
Joe Biden, Uncle Joe.
Hi, great uncle. Hi, Theo.
You see Uncle Joe right here? Hey. Yo.
Uncle Joe's trying to get canceled.
He's trying to get the Rick A Show canceled for real. Jaylah.
Look, canceled after taking that picture with Trump? Just asking for a friend.
Well, I think that.
I don't think so. I think people know.
I think that everybody knows. Mostly. Look, I'm going to be real with you.
Uncle Joe got the hookah on deck.
Let's go, Uncle Joe. On fucking deck. I think that the Lil Wayne shit, bro, to be honest, boils down to the fact that most people realize that Lil Wayne is fucking nuts and that he probably got paid to go and take a picture with Donald Trump. So I feel like I'm not mad at Lil Wayne for going and getting a check from Donald Trump. I hope that shit clears. But other than that, you go get your fucking money. I'm not mad at Lil Wayne. I know he don't really know what the fuck is even going on. Lil Wayne does too much lean. Too much lean. What the fuck he's at. He just knows somebody was gonna cut him a check.
Okay, so what's the difference? Okay, so what's the difference between Lil Wayne and Goya?
I think the Goya CEO.
I mean, the Goya dude knows what he's saying. Like
I think the influence that the Goya dude has.
That does what?
What are you talking about?
You are bugging. Lil Wayne has way more influence on these stupid little idiot kids than the CEO of Goya.
I don't.
These kids don't even
but
know who the CEO of Goya's name is.
Here?
And you're gonna tell me that they're gonna cancel Goya, but they're not gonna cancel Lil Wayne?
I don't think
what's going on in here?
Yeah, I don't
In
think
they
both
did the same thing. Support Trump.
I don't think little kids are gonna vote. I think every grown adult that was registered to vote knows that Lil Wayne is out of his fucking mind, right? And that he probably got paid. And I also know that most of the people that are looking at that situation with Wayne are like, Lil Wayne's trying to get a check. The CEO from Goya, people that are Latino, really see that shit as like, oh shit, this is like a prominent member of our community is saying, yo, this is the person that they support. A businessman.
Like the owner of Bustelo saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's different. There are nuances, you know what I'm saying? But I also understand.
So you're basically saying, so if you act crazy, it's okay for you to do crazy shit and you're not gonna get canceled. But if you're a serious person and you give your honest opinion, then you're gonna get canceled.
Marilyn Manson
I'm just trying to understand the cancellation process here.
I don't understand it either.
I don't understand it either.
I'm telling you, my theory is that people who have people that will support them, no matter what, are probably not gonna be canceled in the way that we think they are. You get what I'm saying? As long as they're gonna make money for a company and people are gonna buy the shit that they're selling, people will make exceptions for that. The Goya CEO, I think, miscalculated how many Latinos identify with that kind of thinking, and he thought he was gonna get the support from people, and a lot of people was like, and some people were like, you know what, fuck it, we don't care. And so he took that risk, and it worked out however it worked out for him. But
I think it worked out for him. People are still buying his products.
And that's what I'm saying. I feel like he didn't get canceled. Like, people were mad at it, but I don't really think he got canceled, is what I'm saying. Like, these people that you're talking about, I don't feel like he didn't get paid no less. He didn't get fired from Goya. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're still making money. He's still doing what he was doing. He didn't get canceled. And I feel like he's cancel proof in that sense, because the people that are gonna buy Goya products are gonna buy this shit anyway. Even if they get mad at him, they're gonna buy. I haven't bought no Goya shit, but I might buy some Sasson because I'm running out.
Not everybody that gets canceled loses their money. Let's be serious. Well, Harvey Weinstein.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But his entire family will be rich.
You're gonna keep it.
On their wildest dreams, and they're gonna keep it. Louis C.K. will not see that 35 million ever again.
Louis C.K. got probably 20 in the bank though. You feel me? Like, he's all right. He's all right, bro.
My whole point with this episode is cancel culture is stupid, retarded, especially when you're canceling one of your own.
I agree. I'll let you get the last word, but let me say my opinion.
Go ahead.
I believe my take on cancel culture is that in certain instances, it can be useful. It can be a useful tool to say, you know what, as a society, we're not going to support this thing that we all think is this very egregious thing to be doing. And we don't think that a person should have the type of success, whatever. But I think it's a dangerous, mainly because of power. I think it's a dangerous game to play, to just be canceling everybody willy-nilly for some of the things that we've talked about.
And those are the people I'm addressing at this point.
And I believe that we can use it as a tool sometimes as a people, but we got to get real about what's the real shit that requires us to like shun a person from society. That's my take.
You know? Well said.
I feel like unfortunately nowadays, like, you know, people are just quick to cancel. People are quick to judge. People are quick to jump on a bandwagon and be a whole bunch of lambones. So, yeah, that's my 2 piece on canceled.
So
cancel vibes.
Word, but fuck Donald Trump.
To finish my point on cancel culture, the reason why we did the episode, no, we're not being canceled. Let me just repeat that one more time. We will have an episode next week. Craze is still working on Uptown Live with me. Jaylah still doing content. We're still doing this show. It's just the topic was cancel culture. and a lot of people.
Yeah, even though Rick has been doing shows without us,
posted.
no, we and me and Craze are not canceled. Thanks.
I'm
No,
cancel proof.
Craze
I
is
don't
not
got no fans, so they
canceled.
can't cancel me.
Craze and Jaylah are not canceled. A lot of people immediately reposted the cancel the Rick H show. Didn't know why. Didn't know what was going on.
I think you got
And
I think people want you off the fucking air, bro. Everybody said
that was the message. No, I think cancel culture is the dumbest thing we have in society. Yes, it can be a tool, but I don't think you need to be a cancel culture. I think that you could determine for yourself, like Harvey Weinstein. That is just find me someone that's going to stand by that man right now.
that's
Jeffrey
what I'm
Epstein.
saying. I
No.
feel like in those
Chris
cases,
Brown. I still don't listen to Chris Brown records. To me, anything that has to do with women, children, rapists, sexual assault, any kind of assault,
straight up.
there's no coming back from that. I'm sorry, but you got to give people room to make mistakes. Ari Shafir made a terrible joke in a terrible time. He needs a timeout. Basically, what happened to Chris Brown? Chris Brown got a little timeout. Some people need timeouts, and I think you should just put people on timeout. Roseanne Barr, they took her off the air completely. Maybe if she comes back and it feels off.
I don't think we need her back. You feel
we
me?
don't need her back. We don't want her back. I'm just using her as an example, right?
Cool.
Even Charlie Sheen got canceled.
We got that other girl, Melissa McCarthy. She's like the new, she's the new.
No, but Melissa McCartney is she seems like a nice person.
I'm saying she's getting the.
But they canceled Charlie Sheen because he likes to do drugs and he likes to sleep with prostitutes. I mean, that's like you can't cancel. That's
no. Charlie Sheen is fucking terrible. He needs to be canceled. He was running around. He's been running around giving people STDs. He needs to be gone away. And plus, he made a shit ton of money on that whack ass show. He's good.
He needs help.
He does. He needs to go sit down somewhere.
I just feel like we got to give people the room to make mistakes. Tiger Woods was cheating on his wife. Got beat up by her.
Need to be moved out the paint. Hopefully it's not one of us. But I just feel like some people need to be moved out the paint. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I feel like
but that whole cancel label bothers me. Like canceling someone. I mean, we don't need to be a cancel culture. It just speaks for itself. And people need to stop being on the bandwagon. That's my last final point.
Burn.
I feel that.
Can't stand bandwagon.
Know all the facts first. Use your own damn mind and make your own damn judgment. Because you got free will.
And if you don't know the facts and you don't want to know the facts, keep your mouth shut, bruh. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself.
I mean, damn, Jaylah. Somebody tried to cancel Jaylah and she's shutting them down right now.
Yep, sure did. Juan Bago, I'm coming for you, bro. Stop trying to cancel me, kid. Rick knows what I'm talking about.
Juan Bago, shots fired at Juan Bago tonight?
Yeah, man. He put it on our when we put the cancel thing up, he goes, cancel Jaylah. You heard?
No, but Bago knew from
No,
jump.
I know.
He knew.
No, I know. But you know what it is? He's fueling the fire because there are a lot of people out there that want Jaylah canceled, but Jaylah ain't going nowhere, baby.
So
let me rest right now.
There's a lot of people that got right away. And I want to shout out all those people. They got it right away. They knew, CJ knew right away what the point was with the cancel stamp. Juan Bago knew immediately. And he was like, yeah, cancel. Dude named Sace that went to Incarnation with me. Shout out to Sace. He knew immediately. He was like, yeah, fuck Rick. There was just a lot of people that knew what the message was. So
I mean, I didn't know. I thought I was getting on here to really cancel you, but
how long have you been waiting to do that for, Craze? You kind of like said that with a lot of intensity in there.
I said,
Never. Next week we will have a episode called Nobody Watches Everything with the Nobody Watches Everything podcast, which is Rick Matthews and Clayton Williams.
Wow.
The premises of that podcast is they put Netflix on random and watch random films that nobody has ever watched, and then they go on their podcast and they talk about the movie.
I
The
watched.
last
That's
episode,
cool. I like that.
the last episode,
I
they
watched
did.
everything
You watch everything?
on Netflix. Yeah.
Great. So, what's up? You committing to next week right now?
I don't know, man. You got to come help me paint my crib.
Help you paint. You see, this is why me and Craze. So they watched the movie called Dust Up, and it looks really, the poster looks really cheesy. So they watch films like that, and then they jump on the podcast and they critique it. I think it's a dope idea.
My favorite ones are like the ones that are. My favorite ones are like the ones that are Russian. Like there's a movie about some like Russian hacker type shit.
My parents are watching this movie called like
The Dark Net. I think I saw that movie, Crazy. That he's selling drugs on the dark net.
Yeah.
So I want to thank Jennifer Sandoval for coming on the show.
Wow! Wow, bro!
I'm just kidding. You said it on the show before.
Canceled.
You see,
you said it on the show before. You said it on the show before. Jaylah, thank you for coming back on the show. Jaylah will be back during the season 7. So will Craze Boogie. Next year, we'll be premiering a show along with some dude named Rick H called Uptown Live.
What? I heard those dudes are whack.
I don't know. They got some fire.
They like the off-brand Jesus and Mero.
Some fire. No, I don't think so. I think
the Dollar Tree brand.
Yes, I'll take that. I'll take that title.
I love Dollar Tree.
I'll take that title.
I do too.
First of all, you get a lot of gems in Dollar Tree.
Hell
$1
yeah.
and whatever the tax is.
But everything is $1.
I'll see you guys next week. Craze will see you next year. Jaylah will see you next year. Actually, I gotta talk to you guys off air.
We'll see what country I'm in next.
Yo, what the fuck? Why? You know,
catch me if you can, guys.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's why you got the Carmen Sandiego look going with the red.
Right?
The show's got a traveling flavor. Justin's live from Brooklyn. I'm live from Queens.
Jayla's gonna be
Craze is live from the Bronx. Jaylah's live from Costa Rica. We'll see you all next week.